Hi everyone, so you join me today in Chernivtsi. Yeah, I'm in Chernivtsi. Don't ask. So again, at this point I can't really say why I'm here. That is to be remained a secret, and I don't even know very much about this place. But actually I don't really know anything about this place. I don't know if there's really anywhere to photograph. I have found this rather nice looking building behind me. I don't know what it is, but it looks quite nice. It looks potentially photographic. There's all this garden leading up to it as well. Although the problem is, with it now being winter, the garden's not looking at its best. But it's a nice building. This garden leads into it, these lights and things. There's potential there for a photograph. Problem is that the weather here in Ukraine, it's just basically a whitewash, completely overcast, not photogenic at all. So I don't really know what to do. I'm not going to photograph it now. It would be pointless really. I'd just be taking a snapshot, which I don't want to do. It's definitely going to stay like this all day. It's been like this for a few days actually. So there won't be any sunlight during sunset. I might come back at night and see what it looks like. It might look nice at night when things are lit up, but I'm not sure. It might look horrible. But I might come back then and see what it's like anyway. Other than that, I don't even know if I'm going to have much chance to do photography, if there's much places to photograph. I'm sorry, it's all very, very random and I can't say very much at this point. But I'll come back here later in the evening, see what this looks like. Beyond that, everything's all just a mystery, I'm afraid. So yeah, anyway, welcome to Chernivtsi. Yeah, I'd never heard of it either. I'm back, and as you can see, it's now dark. I hope the camera's focusing on me okay. Apologies if it's not. I'll just get through this quickly. I've been stood here for a very, very long time, filming the time lapse that you'll have just seen, waiting for these lights to come on. And I was stood here. It was quite some time after sunset. It was very, very dark, and still the lights weren't coming on. And I was starting to think they just weren't going to come on at all. I was about to give up completely, and then boom, all of a sudden they just came on just as I was about to leave. I am so cold. It's actually just slightly below freezing, and I don't have a very thick jacket on. I don't have a hat or gloves, so I am so cold. But you know, I've waited all this time. The lights are now on. I might as well take a photo. I can tell before I've even taken a photo, I can tell it's not going to look good. There's just nothing much here. It is a bit nicer now that the lights are on, but it's not going to make for a very nice photo, unfortunately. But I'm a photographer. I've waited here this long. I might as well take one. So just quickly, my camera's on the tripod, it's ready to go, no filters, don't need any filters here. I'm actually at ISO 640 because if I put it on ISO 200, which is the lowest rating on this camera, that's given me a shutter speed of, what was it? That's giving me a shutter speed of 15 seconds, which I just don't need it to be that long at all. I'm not going to capture any movements in the cloud. It's still completely overcast. A long shutter speed just isn't going to add anything. So I've raised the ISO a bit, just to 640, f11. It's still giving me a shutter speed of 5 seconds, which is still longer than what I need, but what the heck, 2 second timer. I've actually now got moisture. I've actually now got moisture on my lens as well. I'll just quickly wipe the moisture off the lens. If I'm going to take a photo, I might as well do it properly, remove the moisture. Alright, let's try one last time. My battery's dead on the camera. Oh my god. Oh my god. The battery's gone. Marvellous. So I've stood out here in the cold for ages. Probably caught hypothermia. I didn't even get the photo. At least not one without moisture on the goddamn lens. Alright, I give up. This has been a disaster. Much like everything else I attempt in my life. I don't even show you half the thing. I don't show you a lot of things in my personal life, but it's just, life just keeps. Alright, enough of this. I'll see you tomorrow.
You may have noticed I wasn't in the greatest of moods here. Basically, without going into too much detail, there were some things in my personal life that were really bothering me. It was for personal reasons that I decided to visit Ukraine, despite not being able to afford it, and I arrived with optimism and excitement, but I was now leaving feeling the lowest I'd felt in a long time. And that's nothing against Ukraine itself by any means. Ukraine itself was a great place which I'd definitely visit again. It was simply things in my personal life that were getting me down. And also on top of that, the thought that I'd now be returning to the UK with no job, no money, no prospects, and life basically not being where I wanted it. I rented my flat out to travel and ultimately get myself out of a rut. I was now afraid that I was returning to England, only to return to that rut.